In the land of the eastern hills, 3 neighboring villages thrived side by side: Umuaru, Umuudo, and Umumweri. Each village had its own heartbeat, its own pride, and its own strength. Umuaru was known as the land of warriors. Their men were fierce in battle, trained from youth to defend the land. They crafted spears that shone like silver in the sun, and their war drums could make enemies tremble before the fight began. It was here that King Agbaeze ruled, a man both cunning and ambitious. Umuudo was a land of peace.
They were master negotiators, farmers and traders. Their markets were the largest in the region, filled with palm oil, yams, and the finest woven cloths. King Arinze, the ruler of Umuudo, was known for his wisdom and fairness. His people believed in settling disputes with words, not weapons. Umumeri was the land of waters. Blessed with rivers and streams, they were expert fishermen and the keepers of sacred water shrines. Their land was fertile, their waters pure, and their crops abundant. For generations, the villages lived in a delicate balance. Warriors, traders, and fishermen exchanging goods, services, and protection. King Agbaeze, in a bid to rule all 3 lands, had plans put in place. King Agbaeze, whose rise was bathed in blood, had seized the throne of Umuaru by force, for he had slain the rightful heir of Umuaru, Osita, the true king of Umumeri, who just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Osita, being a hunter, had wandered close to the path, tracking the sound of a wounded animal. But what he stumbled upon would haunt him forever. Ahead, the crowned prince, Obina, the true heir of Umuaru, and his guard, Chidi, behind, walked beside Agbaze. Obina's coronation was only 3 days away, and many in the land rejoiced. His parents had tragically been ambushed and killed on their way back from an event in the farthest city. The news of his parents' demise hit the village like a thunderstorm. Obina had to be crowned king at the very tender age of 15. Meanwhile, the family of Agbaeze were next in line to ascend the throne. But for Obina being alive, Agbaeze would not be king.
What is this?
A king does not share his throne, Obina. I am what Umuaru needs. You're too soft to rule this kingdom. Imagine you trusting me. That's a foolish thing to do. I would never make such mistake.
What are you saying, Agbaeze? Stop this madness at once.
Agbaeze, why? Because one throne cannot hold 2 sons.
Murderer! Osita has killed the prince! No, it is not what you think, Osita has killed the prince! Osita has killed the prince!
The day of the coronation dawned with heavy skies. The drums of Umuaru beat through the air, but instead of joy, a weight of sorrow clung to the people. The news of Prince Obina's death had spread like wildfire. Whispers lingered in the markets, the palm groves, and the streams. Osita had murdered the air. Osita pleaded his innocence until his voice grew hoarse. But no one listened. To the people,
His denial was nothing but the lies of a coward. 3 days later, the coronation had to proceed. The chiefs of Umuaru gathered in the great square. At their center stood Otigbo, the mouth of the gods, draped in white, his staff in hand. The people watched with a mixture of dread and obedience as the ritual chants rose. When the royal crown was lowered onto Agbazeze's head, a roar of drums shook the ground. But many felt their hearts sink. The gods had been silent on the matter of Obina's death, and silence was taken as consent. Thus, Agbazeze ascended the throne. Later that night, in the inner chamber of the palace, King Agbazeze summoned Otigbo.
Otigbo, the prisoner Osita, saw what he was not meant to see. Should we let his tongue wag until it poisons the people? I strongly suggest that he be silenced forever.
If Osita's blood is shed by your command, your reign will never see peace. The gods will scatter your rule like chaff in the wind. The land will revolt against you, and your name will be cursed in the mouths of the children yet unborn.
So you want me to let him go free? To roam the land with knowledge that could ruin me?
Not free, no. Banish him. Exile him into the evil forest, where no man dares tread. The spirits of the forsaken will find him there. His death will come not by your hand, but by the hands of the unseen.
Banishment then. If the forest swallows him, so be it.
The villagers of Umudo danced joyfully toward the palace of King Arinze. Men, women, and children moved to the rhythm of the drums. Each family carried gifts as offerings to their beloved king and queen. At the palace gates, the royal guard stood tall and proud. They received the gifts with reverence on behalf of the king and his queen, Ojuigo. Inside the palace courtyard, the chiefs were already arriving. They took their seats of honor beneath the grand canopy. The sound of flutes, talking drums, and wooden xylophones filled the space as village dancers performed with grace and strength, somersaulting, twirling, and chanting praises. Suddenly, a deep gong sounded. The music halted. All heads turned as King Arinze and Queen Ojuigo stepped out majestically onto the palace veranda. The people immediately fell silent. One by one, they bowed deeply, a wave of respect rippling through the crowd like wind across the fields.
Ndewono Umudo, Ndobodanyi, I greet you all. My wonderful people, you have gladdened my heart today. My wife and I are deeply honored. What is a throne without a people? What joy is there in ruling an empty land? You, my people, are the true strength of Umudo. To the Onowu and all my noble chiefs, I thank you specially. Your wisdom, your counsel, your tireless dedication to our land has guided me more than words can say. You have never let this palace lack. You fill our storehouses with yams, our barns with grain, our jars with sweet palm wine. This feast is not just a celebration, it is a thanksgiving. May peace continue to dwell among us. May harmony reign in our homes. May the gods favor your farms and your children rise in strength. From this palace, I send you blessings, now and always. Umudo kwenu!
It was a beautiful morning in Umudo village. Ezeji and his wife, Ugodia, were on their way to the farm to harvest some yams when they met Mweki, the village's most popular palm wine tapper and a good friend of Ezeji. Nweke was returning home after collecting fresh morning palm wine from the palm grove.
Ezeji, my friend, the man the gods have blessed, I greet you.
Our village's most spectacular palm wine tapper.
Mazinweke, no.
Our beautiful wife. How are you today?
I thank the gods, Mazi.
Don't we all? It looks like you're on your way to the farm. Oh yes, we are on our way to my farmland by the riverside. That same farmland that yielded the highest turnover last season? You got that right. Thanks to my supportive wife here, she was my rock and backbone all through the season. My wife, thank you. You are such a wonderful woman. Please don't relent in giving him all the support he needs. May the gods of our land continue to strengthen you.
Ise. Thank you, Nani. Thank you, Nani.
Thank you, my friend. Let's be on our way before the sun comes out. Ezeji, always remember, weakness is the only defect that cannot be amended. Please be strong for the people of Umudo. I have heard you. Thank you. Nweke, I will see you before dark. Your palm wine will be preserved, my friend.
Ezeji and Ugodia were walking on their farmland. While Ezeji was happily cultivating the soil with his hoe, as it was a new planting season, his hoe got stuck to a metal surface. He tried to pull out the hoe, but it seemed to be a waste of energy. He quickly cleared the soil and weeds that covered the surface and discovered that it was a box. He started scratching the earth with his hands to create enough space for the box to be removed from the soil. He easily brought the box out of the ground and opened the lid to find a shiny diamond ring. He took out the ring and put the box back into the hole, covering it with sand. He happily took one good look at the ring again before looking over at his wife to see if she had noticed all that had happened, and he was glad she remained oblivious. He slipped the ring into his pocket and continued tilling the soil as though nothing had happened. Within the beautiful royal palace of Umwaru, the palace queens were engaged in discussion while occupied with different activities. Two of them sat gracefully as their maids braided their well-nourished virgin hair. The eldest wife remained busy attending to a tray of melon as it was her turn to prepare the king's delicious plate of egusi soup, accompanied by assorted proteins.
I wonder what Igwe is looking for marrying so many wives. He is the king. He is entitled to as many wives as he desires. Does the tradition really agree to this? Yes! Tradition demands that he marries until he has an heir. It doesn't matter how many wives he gets married to.
I am the only one who give the king what he so desires. A living prince to succeed him. Not any of you. You have all eaten your male children, both living and unborn. I'm certain my darling King Agbais regrets marrying you witches. Shut up! Take a good look at yourself, a nobody talking to reputable women of this palace because the king unfortunately decided to clean your shame and bring you into our midst. Don't mind her. She forgets that her reputation precedes her. Nkechi, the daughter of a nobody, or should I say the one whose mother is an adulteress. Your mother doesn't even know who your father is because of the numerous men she slept with while in her husband's house.
You all are nothing but haters because you know I'm the only wife here with the heart of our king. Indeed, why not give birth to the ape in your womb before making noise? Nkechi, there is no need calling us names. We all want the king to have a successor, and we will all rejoice with you if this blessing so happens to come through you. The gods forbid that I rejoice with her over my dead body, and death shall be your portion by the gods. You are very lucky that you are heavy with a stone in your womb. I would have dealt with you mercilessly.
Don't be too sure about the sex of your unborn child, my dear Nkechi.
Who knows, you may end up like us, giving birth to beautiful female children, having a miscarriage or a stillborn, or giving birth to an ape. You are all shameless and jealous as well. Didn't you hear? The gods, through Otigbu, have confirmed it. Really? Like he confirmed ours? You all just wait and see. When I become the Lolo, you will pay for this. Shameless old hags. The gods, through Otigbu, have confirmed that I am carrying an ape. You all need to leave that woman alone. Munyembo has come again, oh. You just like to spoil a fun atmosphere. Like my city daughter would say, who kindness ip? Please, let's leave her and go talk somewhere else. Buru tray nke egusi seeds, gaa na kitchen makwado ihe maka nri abalị eze. Yes, my queen.
Two ladies returning from the stream with pots of water balanced on their heads sighted the furious warriors of King Agbasi, who appeared to be approaching them with their weapons. Their water pots came crashing to the ground as they ran away from the guards, screaming in fear of getting hurt. The warriors were heading toward the hut of Okoro, father of Ma, a young virgin whom the king had taken interest in. King Agbasi's warriors reached Okoro's hut just as Ma was emerging from her father's hut with a basket containing water and some food she had prepared to take to him at the farm. At the sight of the king's guards, Ma fearfully rushed back into the hut and shakily informed her younger brother to go and get their father. After asking the reason for her sudden return into the hut, Ugo boldly picked up his father's cutlass and stepped outside to confront the guards. All attempts by Ma to convince him that it was a foolish idea fell on deaf ears.
I will be fine. You go and get Papa.
Ma didn't leave. She instead stayed back in the hut for fear of what harm would come to her brother.
Gods of our land, please save this boy from his stupidity.
As Ugu runs with the cutlass towards one of the warriors, the experienced warrior dodges Ugu's attempt to hit him with the cutlass he wielded and counters with an attack of his own, just enough for Ugu to reconsider this brave but stupid attempt of his. He hastily scurries away to get his father. The guards, on seeing that Ugu had run away, go into the hut and drag Ma out, who was already in tears after hearing the hurrying feet of her brother towards safety and leaving her to her feet.
Father! 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 Father!
Who's after you?
Nam, they have her.
Who has who?
The king's warriors just came from Ma. We have to go help her.
Pick up these things, let's go. King Agbabeze would have me to contend with. Yes, Papa.
The king's guards were dragging Ma out of the hut when her mother, Obianuju, arrived, crying, fighting, and shouting at them to let go of her daughter. One of the guards struck her with the edge of his cutlass. She collapsed, unconscious and bleeding. Just then, Okoro and Ugo showed up. Okoro, seeing his wife lying on the ground in a pool of her blood, let out a cry of anguish and charged at the guard, barely grazing him. The guard retaliated with a stab to Okoro's back, the cutlass piercing into his flesh. Ugo, filled with rage, lunged at the guard who had killed his father. But before he could land a blow, the guard struck again, this time stabbing Ugo in the side.
You finished my entire family! Take my life too!
Gods of our land, what have I done to deserve this? The king has wiped out the lineage of the Okoronwa for family.
Let's go. The king awaits your arrival in the palace.
The once quiet palace now bore new tensions. King Agbaze had forcefully taken Emma as his wife. In exchange for her submission, he had granted the Okoronwafo family a proper burial after Emma had pleaded with tears and desperation. The sky burned gold and orange as midwives rushed Nkechi into the labor room. Her cries echoed through the corridors of the palace. Outside, Ugoma and Nkiru peered through a narrow window, their eyes wide with curiosity. Inside, Nkechi writhed in pain as she pushed with everything in her. Suddenly, the sharp cry of a newborn pierced the air. For a moment, the palace stilled. King Agbaze stepped into the labor room. He stared at the newborn, and without a word, he turned and walked out. He looked at the darkening sky, then strode away, his face shadowed with irritation. Ugoma and Nkiru exchanged a quick glance and rushed to Nguzi, who had just emerged from the labor room, wiping her bloodied hand with a cloth.
You were wrong, Ugoma. It wasn't an ape, but a baby girl. Serves her rights. Let's leave this place.
Ngozi makes her way down the corridor leading to the back of the palace. There, she finds Amma sitting alone on a wooden stool. Her eyes are swollen and red from endless tears.
Mma, I've told you, crying will not erase the past. You must be strong for your deceased family. And let the gods avenge their untimely death. One day, you'll see, everything will work in your favor.
Wipe your tears, my dear. The gods are with you. You're okay, Ma.
The king's warriors stood tall at the palace gates, spears in hand, their eyes scanning every movement. Suddenly, the sound of a wooden staff echoed through the palace. Otigbo, the mouth of the gods, entered solemnly. With his back to the entrance, he walked backward in reverence, his staff clutched firmly in his hand. His presence commanded silence. Seated ahead were 3 prominent chiefs, their eyes fixed on Otigbo. At the center sat King Agbaize, his gaze fixed on Otigbo.
Igwe! You are welcome, Otigbo. I trust you already know why you have been summoned. Now tell me, what message do you bring from the gods? The tree with strong roots has tendency to exist, no matter how long and tough the drought might be. What has that got to do with the issue at hand? Hit the nail on the head, Otigbo. The gods of Umuaru and Umummeri have spoken, but their words are very heavy. What have they said? A time will come, years from now, when you will be overthrown. What are you saying, Otigbo? 2 children of unmatchable strength, of whom the earth itself shall honor. The skies shall bear witness to their destinies. Will arise and take you away from this throne. Another will be crowned king. Under this king's reign, Umuaru will know peace. The true peace that springs from justice, unity, and abundance.
The hearts of men will be at rest, and this land shall be known for its prosperity beyond distant rivers and mountains. Tufiakwa. No child of this land will dethrone the strongest beast of the forest. I was born to rule this land, and rule I shall. This land flows in my blood. It knows my footstep, and the drums beat in my name. When the time comes, only my heir will sit upon this throne. No child, no matter how strong, can take the crown from my lineage. Igwe, even the tree planted by the river must one day make room for the rising sun. Tell me one thing, Otigbu. Are these children born? Not yet, Your Highness. When will they be born? Would they be male or a female?
Seasons may be counted, but when a hen lays eggs, you cannot tell which one will hatch a cock. I, King Agbaeze, await the birth of this child.
This is the fate of all things uncertain.
Nduka, a reputable farmer known throughout the region for his hard work and integrity, was tending to his crops with his family when suddenly 3 fierce-looking royal warriors stormed onto his land. Their stern faces bore no hint of friendliness.
You have no right here. The king cannot take my farmland. I will not allow it.
Within moments, they disarmed him and forced him to the ground. Helpless, he watched as they struck down his wife and children before his eyes. When the deed was done, one of the guards lifted him onto his shoulder like a sack, and they marched toward the palace, carrying out the king's command. King Agbaze paced angrily, waiting for the arrival of his warriors, while the chiefs whispered among themselves. Not long after, the guards arrived and threw Nduka's body to the ground. The chiefs gasped in horror at the sight of his battered condition.
Nwayo. Ichi Ochara, stay away from this. Nduka, you've only proven to be hard-headed, and I know how to deal with your type. Igwe, the people of Umuaru know me as a peaceful farmer. What you are asking for is my very means of survival.
I cannot give it to you. Not even after you have slain my entire family. You dare utter such defiance before me? You wretched son of a cursed father!
Let me see how you survive this insolence. Take this peasant from my sight. Bury him alive. Let the earth swallow his pride.
I am not afraid to die, but mark my words, your doom is near. King Agbaze, your reign shall know no peace. The spirits of the innocent will haunt your throne.
Leave me at once.
Amaka strolled toward the neighboring stream, her bare feet brushing against the earth path that wound through Umuodo. Dressed in simple Umuaru traditional attire that concealed her royal identity, she balanced a clay pot on her arm. The sun was warm and a gentle breeze drifted through the village. As she walked, she hummed a song her grandmother had taught her during the moonlight tales she loved as a child. Along the way, a few villagers from Umuodo passed by. They seemed surprised to see her, but they greeted her kindly. Amaka smiled and returned their greetings politely. Not far ahead, 2 young women from Umuodo approached with water pots balanced on their heads. They chatted and laughed softly as they walked. When they drew close, Amaka greeted them with a warm smile.
Ututuoma, ụmụnwaanyị. Please, which way leads to the stream?
Ututuoma, nwaanyị mara mma nke Ụmụarụ. When you get to that bend, turn left. The stream is just beyond it.
Why are you here to fetch water from our stream, all the way from your kingdom? I had to come here to get drinkable water. We've been experiencing drought. Our stream has dried up. May the gods restore your stream. Thank you. I'll be on my way now.
The quiet path carried their thoughts and footsteps in different directions. Umu Udo and Umu Mary were peaceful, and the people lived in harmony. They also had a king, a good king, who cared deeply about the lives and well-being of his people, unlike King Agbaizi, who ruled with pride and harshness. These thoughts filled Amaka's mind as she bent down to fetch water from the Umu Udo stream. The cool water rushed gently into her pot, but her heart was far away, thinking of home, of her village, and the changes the drought had brought. Just as she lifted her pot from the water, a faint, melodious tune from a flute drifted through the air. She paused and listened. The song was familiar, one her mother used to hum. The sound grew nearer until a young man emerged from the forest path and settled by the river bend, still playing softly. She stepped out of the water, balancing the pot gracefully on her head. A smile played on her lips as she moved closer to the flutist, Ikena. He noticed her beautiful feet first, then let his gaze rise slowly until their eyes met. Rising to his feet, he greeted her with a warm smile.
A beautiful afternoon to you, my lady.
I greet you too.
Please, where are you from? I'm sorry. I just wanted to see your beautiful eyes.
I'm from Umuaru.
You're very beautiful, my lady. I want to marry you.
I have to go now.
The once mighty Umumeri River had dried up. Cracks ran across the barren land, and the crops, once green and thriving, had withered. A group of concerned elders, dressed in faded wrappers, walked solemnly toward the palace, their faces heavy with worry. Elsewhere in the village, a woman stumbled down a dusty path, her child convulsing in her arms. Tears streamed down her face as she cried for help.
Nani! Come out here, our son is dying!
Gods of our land, please, do not let me lose my son. Let me take him to the herbal doctor.
I'll come with you.
In another corner of Umuaru village, inside a small tattered hut, two children sat on the floor, clutching their stomachs and crying softly from hunger. Their mother, weak from days without food, tried to hush them, whispering reassurances through chapped lips. But then, she slumped forward and collapsed.
Ah! Go get Uncle, hurry!
The royal drum blared, echoing across the grand palace. Guards stood at attention. The jester sang praises of King Arinze. As the drum ceased, King Arinze and Queen Oyigwo took their seats.
Prepare for the royal dining!
You're downstairs today. Is Prince Ikenna joining us?
Yes, my king. He will join my king and queen shortly.
Good morning, Your Majesty, the King. Good morning to the beautiful Queen of Umuudo Kingdom. My son, you look quite excited today. What could be the reason?
That's true, son. Tell us. We want to share in your excitement.
My king, my queen, I simply choose to be happy today and for the rest of my life.
That is wonderful, son. But I know you. You seldom dine with us, and it's been long since we saw you this joyful.
Share with us, son.
Shall I ask the maids and guards to leave us?
Not at all, father. Let them stay.
If you say so, we're all ears.
My father, the king, my queen, I greet you once again. It is with great joy in my heart that I speak today. For a long time I have walked alone, not for lack of prospective maidens, but because I sought the one to whom my heart would truly call. I searched across this great kingdom of Umuudo, but found none, until the gods smiled upon me. They brought me a beautiful damsel who in a short time has already lit up my life. My king, her name is Amaka, and I desire to make her my bride.
Amaka.
This is something to rejoice over.
Indeed, a day to rejoice, but before we proceed, of which kingdom does this maiden hail?
She is from Umuaru, my king.
Tell me that is not true, my son. No! This is not something to celebrate.
Father, please do not say this. She is the only one my heart desires. I beg you.
No.
My son, surely there are many noble and beautiful maidens here in Umuudo.
Mother, I want no one else. Then here is what we shall do. We will consult the oracle. I shudder at the thought of dealing with that King Agbez. That man is a danger to both this family and my kingdom. Take this food away. I have lost my appetite.
My king, be calm. It will be well. Let us seek the face of the gods.
Yes, that is the best we can do now.
I'm sorry, my father.
Ikenna and Amaka walked side by side along the tree path, not far from the stream where their paths had first crossed. The leaves above whispered in the breeze, and the air carried the scent of damp earth and wild herbs. Their palms were woven together, steady and sure, as though the forest itself had blessed their union. Without a word, Ikenna came to a halt beneath a towering Iroko tree. He reached behind him and drew out his slender wooden flute, its surface worn by years of use. Amaka watched in quiet curiosity as he led her to sit on a thick branch, her eyes soft with wonder. He brought the flute to his lips, and a familiar note rose, pure and clear. It was the same tune he had played on the very first day they had met at the stream. The melody flowed like the stream nearby, gentle, with the kind of beauty that stirred something ancient in the soul. Recognizing the tune, Amaka closed her eyes. It was a song from one of her grandmother's moonlight tales, one that her mother had taught her while telling those tales. Soft, sacred, yet never forgotten. When the final note faded into the hush of the woods, Amaka opened her eyes, glistening with memories.
Thank you, my prince. How did you know it was my favorite?
I saw the light in your eyes when I first played it at the stream.
You always have a way to my heart.
My love, whatever makes you happy, I will do. I want to always make you smile until I take my last breath.
I never imagined falling for a prince because I always saw them as proud and arrogant, even though I am royalty myself. But now, doing life with you is my utmost desire.
You feel that? That's you making my heart beat. Without you, I'm as good as dead.
Oh, my love.
Let me play you something different. You'll love it.
Go ahead, my love.
He raised the flute again, this time with a playful gleam in his eyes. The notes that followed were unlike the solemn tune before. This melody was vibrant, laced with joy and energy. Amaka's body responded. Her feet began to move, slow and deliberate at first, then bolder and freer. She twirled beneath the trees, her hands lifting like wings in the wind, her laughter echoing through the woods. Ikenna watched her, his heart dancing with every step she took. Beneath the sky, their love sang louder than words ever could. The lively sounds of drums and singing could be heard from a short distance as the villagers of Umuaru watched in admiration the people of Umuudo. They carried various gift items while dancing toward King Agbaizi's palace.
What a beautiful ceremony to behold. It truly is. Wait, these people are from Umuudo. And with such grandeur, they must be heading to the palace. I heard their prince has fallen for the daughter of our king. Are you saying they are going to ask for Amaka's hand in marriage? Obviously, you moron. Can't you see their Onowu accompanying them? They don't come like this unless the message is important.
You are right, my friend.
The vibrant people of Umuudo arrived at King Agbaize's palace, singing and dancing in a jubilant procession. Colorful wrappers swayed, beads jingled, and drums echoed throughout the compound. The Onowu of Umuudo raised his hand, motioning for the drumming to cease as King Agbaize stepped out. Everyone bowed deeply in respect. King Agbaize ascended his throne with a warm smile. His wives rushed out of their hut, curiosity dancing in their eyes at the familiar celebration.
Send for my chiefs. Let them be a part of this.
As the drumming resumed, kola nuts and palm wine were brought out and offered to the visitors. One by one, the chiefs began to arrive. When Chief Mbata entered, the music faded again. The king raised a hand, signaling the Onowu to speak. The Onowu bowed before the king.
Umuudo kwenu? Yeah! Umuaru kwezuenu?
Yeah! Igwe, may you live long. We come on behalf of Umuudo Palace, bearing news that will bind our kingdoms in love and unity. Our king sends his warm greetings. You are welcome. Speak plainly. Our ears are itching to hear this news. Do I speak your minds in the Iche?
Yes, Igwe.
Igwe, Prince Ikenna, the pride and heir of Umuudo, has found a precious flower blooming in your royal garden. We have come to seek your permission to pluck this flower, to take home so that it can germinate and produce more flowers. This is indeed sweet news. Tell us, which of my flowers has caught the prince's eye? Your daughter, Amaka. If I'm not mistaken, she is your first daughter. Did you hear that, my people? We all did, Igwe. We accept your gift. Today, joy fills the air for my people and the people of Umuudo. Let the celebration continue.
The drummers instantly struck their instruments again. Singing erupted as dancers moved energetically. The queens crowded around the first wife with smiles, offering congratulations for her daughter's honor. The air was thick with excitement as friends, family, and well-wishers gathered to witness the beautiful union between Ikenna and Amaka. From the rhythmic beats of the Igba drums to the vibrant bursts of color in every wrapper, the wedding was a stunning fusion of heritage and heartfelt celebration. Amaka emerged from the wide open doors of the palace hall where she had been adorned by her sisters and aunties. She was draped in a stunning red George wrapper with gold embroidery, while her coral beads clinked softly around her neck, wrists and ankles, each bead having been passed through generations of noble women. Her face was calm and radiant, her eyes focused. Her sisters and aunties were dressed in green and royal purple, each one dancing with pride and joy, circling her like stars around the moon. It was not just a dance, it was a tribute, an announcement to the land that the first daughter of King Agbayeze of Umuaru Kingdom was about to become a wife. When Amaka reached the royal pavilion where King Arinze, King Agbayeze, the high chiefs and titled men sat, she lowered herself to the ground. With reverence, she knelt first before the kings and then before the council of elders. Her head was bowed in humility and honor. Then her father, King Agbayeze, walked forward, holding a calabash tray upon which sat a glass of fresh palm wine. He paused before his daughter.
My daughter Amaka, from the day you were born, I knew you carried the strength of our ancestors. Today, you do not walk alone. Gods of our land, bless this wine. May it carry love, peace, and understanding into the home my daughter is entering. May her hands never know lack, and may her mouth never speak bitterness. May her days in her husband's house be long, fruitful, and honored. Go, my daughter. Carry it well. Choose him again in front of us all.
Crowd once again erupted into cheers as she began her symbolic journey through the people to the man she would call husband. Amaka moved with elegance and confidence, her smile barely hiding the excitement that fluttered within her. Elders whispered blessings as she passed. When she finally spotted Ikena, clad in his regalia and a lion's head red cap, seated proudly beside his age mates, her eyes lit up. With a bow and a shy giggle, she knelt before him and offered him the glass. The crowd erupted into applause. Ikena took the drink with both hands and sipped from it slowly, honoring her offer and sealing their commitment before the people. He rose to his feet, extended his hand to her, and together they danced. The drummers intensified, the women broke into celebration again, and the couple danced rhythmically toward the royal pavilion where the kings were seated. Under the regal canopy adorned with eagle feathers and the emblems of their clans, the two kings, visibly pleased, watched with smiling eyes as Ikena and Amaka approached. King Arinze, tall and dignified in royal blue embroidered with symbols of the Eze lineage, stood up to receive the couple.
People of Umuaru, Umudo, and Umummeri, the ancestors rejoice. Today, two rivers have met and their waters will flow as one. My daughter, you have carried your wine with grace and dignity. You have chosen wisely. In you, our people have found pride.
My son, today you are not just a husband. You are a leader. Love her, protect her, and never raise your voice where your silence can speak peace.
May the gods of our fathers bless your union. May your home be filled with children who will dance around you. May your harvest be plenty and your quarrels few. May you always find each other, even in the crowd.
Umudo kwenu, yeah. Umaru kwenu, yeah. Umummeri kwenu, yeah. Igbo kwezuenu, yeah.
I greet you all for honoring this day. My in-laws, I greet you all specially and thank you.
Ah, Prince Ikenna. You must have been chasing goats through your father's compound when you were a boy. Now you are chasing responsibility. Today is a day for legacy. Marriage is not built on wine and music. It is built on patience, on humility.
And on the decision to choose each other, over and over again. Even on days when choosing feels like labor.
You are not just husband and wife. You are now a family. And through your union, our kingdoms draw closer. May Amadioha keep your path clear from storms and bless your home. May the laughter of children rise louder than any sir tries to visit your home.
With that, the drummers resumed. Ikenna and Amaka bowed before the kings, then turned to the crowd, dancing once more. This time, not as two, but as one.
But Uche, you're a very bad friend. I should be the one with Amaka now, but you convinced me that she wasn't in my class.
That girl would have loved me regardless of background. She's quite humble. Besides, I'm not a poor man. I'm very hardworking and would be able to take care of her. I'd also have probably become the next king, since our king is yet to have a son. Or better still, Amaka and I would have produced a boy that will mount the throne when he is of age.
Listen to yourself speak. You sound like a maniac. You think King Agbaze would have agreed to that union? Even if Amaka pitied you and looked your way? You are just a sad and jealous man. Because I was bold enough to fall in love with the princess and asked for your help. Then why didn't you summon the courage to tell her yourself? You stopped me. Or did you suddenly forget how you told me that she appreciates me but doesn't feel the same way about me? That's the message I was asked to pass across to you. Look, my friend, forget the princess. Stop living in the past. She is another man's bride now. Need I remind you the wife of the crown prince of Umu, Udo? Get out of here! Hey, what's that? Greetings, men of Umuaru, subjects of a wicked king. What are you doing with this useless son of Aruala? Do not insult me, you descendant of a drunkard. Speaking of descendants, let me tell you something. Your king isn't the rightful heir to that throne he sits on. He did something unspeakable to ascend it. Stop saying things you don't know, Maduka. You might end up putting yourself in trouble. Ta! I know what I'm saying! It was your king who called the strong and indomitable warriors of Umumeri for a feast and poisoned them all. They died on the spot. That's how he took over our land. Amadioha, that is terrible! You spew nonsense! You're lucky I'm in a good mood. I'd have dragged you to the Igwe to vomit this rubbish. I do not have time for a jobless man like you. I have only said my truth. That wicked king will soon face the wrath of the gods. If that were true, why hasn't Otigu, the mouth of the gods, exposed him? Because he is scared, of course. But me, Maduka Obuji, I fear no man born of a woman. Anyway, I'll leave you now.
But my good friend, find me a little something to get more energy for myself.
So, all of these fables were just a strategy to ask for money to get more drunk. Listen, you useless boy. I am the voice of the people. Take my words with levity at your own risk. What I know is this. Anaizoro ezunulo, mauga putanama. Besides, I wasn't talking to you, Bofun.
I don't have anything on me now, but I'll pass by Ezini's bar later today. I'll give you something then.
Thank you, my brother. I trust you. Be careful of that son of Aruala. Ehen, such wickedness. Don't tell me you believe that drunkard who doesn't know his left from his right. He might be a drunkard, but he has knowledge of some things that the average subject knows nothing about. I assure you he made up that story just to extort money from you. You indulge that man too much. His stories end up being true. Remember the story he told about Ichichi Okonkwo and how he died mysteriously after Maduka said he will die? Tufiakwa! Dubuisi, if you were not my friend, I would have slapped you this very minute. But come to think of it, why do you hate him so much? Does he know something about you that I am not aware of? What sort of stupid question is that? Where are you going? You're beginning to sound like a fool. I better leave.
The evening sun blared into the sky, casting a fiery hue over the small thatched hut where Adezi, a widowed mother of two, clutched the last 2 tubers of yam to her chest. Her daughter and son sat beside her, hungry and silent. The yam was all they had left. Suddenly,
the bamboo door burst open with a loud crack. Two of King Agbeze's warriors stormed in.
Woman, you were warned. Every household must pay their tribute to the palace. 2 tubers each moon. You dare disobey?
Please, I beg you, this is all we have to eat. We have nothing else.
Then you have nothing to live for. Leave my mother alone! Ah!
Obinna!
King Agbaze's palace compound loomed large, silent, except for the occasional rustle of palm leaves and the distant beat of a drum. King Agbaze sat on his carved wooden throne, wrapped in red velvet, with lion teeth strung around his neck. His expression was as hard as carved stone. The warriors dragged Adeze before him and threw her to the ground.
Adeze, widow of Okoro, I received word that you withheld your monthly tribute. Is this true?
My king, it is true. But it is not defiance, it was desperation. That yam was all we had. My son, he tried to protect me. Your warriors, they killed him.
The law is the law. Every citizen must contribute. Disobedience is rebellion.
Ezem, biko, ebula nnem. Onwe ihe anyị nwere. Biko.
Hang her!
Nem!
Be strong, my daughter.
Darkness swallowed justice in the village of Umuaru, and the king's heart turned to stone. The warriors dragged Adaze through the palace gates into the village square where the Oji tree stood. Old, broad, its twisted limbs long used for public punishment. A quiet crowd had gathered, some with heads bowed, others watching in silence, as though their eyes alone could speak the grief their lips dared not utter.
Let her go, Biko! Leave her! Nem!
I am not afraid of death. But let my blood cry louder than your silence. And let the gods judge this land where mercy no longer lives.
Gods of our land! Ole Begino!
The air was thick with the smell of burning herbs. Otigbu, the mouth of the gods, stood over the sacred pot, muttering incantations under his breath. His eyes rolled back as smoke coiled like serpents into the rafters of the shrine. But the gods had been silent of late, or so he claimed. Suddenly, a deafening roar shattered the stillness. The earth beneath the shrine trembled, and from the shadows emerged a blinding light. The gods had come, burning, swirling, and divine. A voice, neither male nor female, echoed through the shrine.
Otigbu, you have defiled the sacred tongue. You have chosen to silence our truth and amplify the lies of King Agbaeze. Your voice, meant for the people, has become an echo of corruption. Your betrayal stains this shrine. You will die not with honor, but in misery. Your tongue will rot before your flesh.
Thunder cracked like a whip, and a bolt of lightning struck just outside the shrine. The ground split in a fiery glow. Otigbu screamed. As darkness spread like a thick blanket across the sky, the village of Umuaru plunged into chaos. Mothers snatched children from the playing ground. Elders abandoned their stools, and market women left their goods behind, fleeing toward their huts. Trembling voices called out prayers into the night. Even the palace was not spared. Amaka, who had come to visit her mother who was unwell, was being attended to by a maid. The maid had just gently parted her hair when the first tremor rattled the ground. Amaka trembled while the maid froze. Another crack of thunder. Then lightning, so close it illuminated the entire compound in an eerie blue light.
Let's go!
Together they fled, barefoot and breathless, into the depths of the palace huts, joining the chorus of Umwaru's people as the gods descended in wrath.
Ah, this palm wine is sweeter than that thing in between a maiden's thigh.
Make way! Maduka the wine general is on patrol.
Not too far away, outside a compound, Nweke, the palm wine tapper, and Mazi Opara sat on stools, sipping fresh palm wine from a cup that Nweke's young daughter had just served them.
Nwoke, this is not just wine. This is Manyelu Igwe. I can taste the sky in it.
Fresh from the tallest palm this morning. It sings when it enters the throat. Ah, elders, I greet you. Mazi Opara, Nweke great tapper. May your wine pot not run dry. Ah,
Maduka, you again.
Nweke, my friend, my brother. Just one small keg. I will pay by the next market day. I swear on my late father's grave.
You swore the same thing last market day. I told you, Mba, I will not give you wine again. I won't help you drown yourself. You were once the pride of Umummeri, a hunter whose name made even leopards shiver. Now see what wine has done to you.
I didn't come here for lectures. I brought news from the gods themselves.
The gods now speak to drunkards. Let him talk. He won't let us rest otherwise. You can't separate bees from honey. Here. Drink this and go. Nweke, just pour small into my keg. This cup is too small to carry divine news. Drink first, then talk.
King Agbeze is planning to seize the throne of Umuudo.
Eh? What are you saying?
Yes. The only reason he gave his daughter's hand in marriage to Ikena was to get close to King Arinze and eventually take his life and snatch his throne.
Are you sure, Maduka? This is heavy talk.
Go inside. Is this your business?
I swear it. The gods told me. I heard them clearly while meditating under the Ogbu tree after 2 gods of your finest. Here, take it and go. Before your news brings thunder to my roof. But I've not finished. There's more. We've heard enough, Maduka. Go now. We don't want to hear any more of this nonsense. I bring messages and they pay me in wine. The gods are good. I bring messages and they pay me in wine. The gods are good.
Inside the palace, the grand hall was still, heavy with the scent of incense and power. A palace guard approached King Agbaze with hurried steps and leaned close to whisper something in the king's ear. The king's face darkened. He slammed his royal staff on the floor.
I do not want to see that man in my palace ever again. Tell Ibe to take care of it.
Outside the palace gates, Maduka paced anxiously, muttering to himself. His eyes flickered with unease, but his voice carried bitterness and pain.
That urchin is taking too long. What is he telling the king? 2 tubers of yam. That's all it took for the king to order her death. And her children, her son stabbed. And the girl left alone. A child with no one, no justice.
He kicked a stone, his fists clenched, trying to hold back the anger and grief. Then, in the distance, he saw movement. 2 figures approaching, the guard and beside him, warrior Ibe. Maduka froze for a heartbeat. The look on the warrior's face told him all he needed to know. Without another thought, he turned and bolted into the bush path, the dust from his feet rising behind him.
Ichembata sat outside his thatched hut, his back resting against the mud wall. A shallow wooden snuff box lay open in his palm, and with every breath, he tapped and sniffed, his eyes half closed in thought. At his feet, his 2 children crouched, eating from a shared wooden plate, their fingers busy and their mouths stained with palm oil. Suddenly, his wife, Mbeke, stormed into the compound, her wrapper clutched tightly around her waist, and the unsold goods from the market clanged as she dropped them beside the hut.
Mbeke, why do you return like the wind chasing the dried leaves? What happened at the market?
Do you know that I went to Umuudo market today to sell? Since we are now in-laws because of the marriage between Prince Ikenna and our Princess Amaka, but those market women drove me away.
They drove you, but why?
They said Umuaru is a cursed land. They also said our king has defiled the land, that the gods will punish us for allowing a sacred crown to be abused.
They said what?
I am telling you, Nani, the women spat in front of me. They mocked me. One of them said, how can a land that does not honor its throne call itself our in-law? I was humiliated, Nekem. They cursed me and sent me away like a criminal.
No! This is beyond insult. The Igwe must hear this. There will be consequences.
Yes! They will pay for what they did. The gods are not asleep.
The air was thick with tension in the great hall of King Agbaze's palace. The elders of Umuaru, Iche Mbata, Iche Ochara, Iche Nku, Iche Agu, and Iche Ogonna were gathered, seated in a semicircle before the king, their wrappers tightly fastened and their staffs resting across their laps. King Agbaze, robed in royal beads and lion skin, sat on the throne, observing his council with a stern, thoughtful gaze.
This insult from Umuudo must not go unpunished. Who do they think they are? As few as they are, they think they can ridicule us. For what? We must tread with caution. These are no longer just neighbors. We are joined by blood now, by the marriage of Prince Ikenna and Princess Amaka. Let us not stir more trouble than is wise. Oh, I see. You speak like this because it wasn't your wife who was humiliated in front of strangers. If you have nothing useful to say, Agu, shut your mouth.
Mbata! I will not be silenced like a child. You forget yourself.
I forget nothing. I said sit down and shut up.
My king, all I am saying is, this cannot pass. King Arinze must be summoned to explain this disgrace. What do his people mean by abused crown? Are they mocking our throne, our customs? My king, I stand with Ichiagu in this matter. While this insult bonds lead us, we must not let anger lead us. Let us not sow division where there should be unity. It would be wise if His Majesty asked King Arinze with calm dignity why our women are not welcome in their market. A peaceful answer may still be found.
Uzo!
Yes, Your Majesty. Go to Umuudo. Deliver this message to King Arinze. I, King Agbaeze of Umuaru, wish to know why my people are being denied access to sell in Umuudo market. Let him answer with clarity and reason. Return as soon as you can. Yes, Igwe. As much as we must not tear at each other's throat, my kingdom shall not be mocked.
King Arinze sat upon his throne, carved from Iroko wood, the symbol of his reign gleaming beneath the high beams of the palace roof. Beside him sat his Onowu, the high chief and royal advisor, with his staff of office resting by his side. The two men were deep in quiet conversation when the palace guards announced the arrival of a messenger from Umuaru.
Let him enter.
Igwe, I bring greetings from King Agbeze of Umuaru and a message of concern. Speak.
There is unrest in Umuaru, following reports that the women of your land drove away a trader from our village, despite the marriage that now binds our kingdoms. And your people refer to Umuaru's throne as an abused crown. His Majesty, King Agbeze, requests clarity and response.
This news has just reached my ears as well. I was, in fact, discussing the very matter with my Onowu before your arrival.
First, you must return with my sincere apologies to King Agbeze. Let him know I do not take such insult to his crown from my people lightly.
I will sternly caution my people, and there will never be a repeat of such atrocious talk in my kingdom. And any tongue that spreads such insult
will be dealt with accordingly. A kingdom is, after all, only as honorable as the words of its people. However, regarding the issue of market trade, this tradition predates even my reign and cannot be changed on the basis of in-law ties. Customs are the pillars of our people.
Take this lion skin and give it to King Agbeze with my full respect. Tell him I welcome further dialogue, but let us not allow misunderstandings to grow into division.
I will deliver your words, Your Majesty.
Uzo arrived as the air had grown cooler with dusk approaching. Most of the elders had already departed because of an argument that had erupted in Uzo's absence. They had been asked to leave by King Agbeze, except for Ichie Mbata and Ichie Agu, who remained seated in thoughtful silence. The sound of hurried footsteps echoed through the palace corridor as Uzo returned, dust clinging to his wrapper with the lion skin bundled in his arms.
Your Majesty, I bring word from King Arinze of Umu Udo. Speak. King Arinze sends his deepest apologies. He said he had only just heard the news himself and was already discussing it with his Onowu before I arrived. He promises to caution his people. Those who insult our kingdom will be punished. However, concerning the matter of the market, he says it is an age-old tradition in Umu Udo
that neighboring kingdoms may buy but not sell. According to him, even the bond of in-lawship cannot alter this law. He insists the tradition must remain.
That sounds like a respectful and measured response.
Respectful? Ha! So he sends a lion skin to dress his insult? Your Majesty, there's more in that statement than peace. That man is hiding behind tradition to spit in our faces. They mock us and then remind us of their so-called customs. Today it is the market. Who knows what it will be tomorrow?
You have done well. You may go now. Their tradition, indeed. I know what to do. Your Majesty?
Leave me!
I can't walk past the stream like it means nothing. It's been a while. But my princess, the king awaits you. He can wait a little longer. Streams have become a favorite place ever since I met my husband at the stream that separates Umumeri from Umuaru. We understand, my princess.
My lady, His Highness, the prince gave strict instructions to take you straight to the palace. And your father...
My husband insisted on sending you, even though he said I didn't need a guard. But here we are. Now listen, loyal guard. I know you have to do as you are told by your prince, who happens to be my husband. But you will do as I please. You will accompany me to the stream. Be sure to keep your distance.
Yes, my princess.
Ndubuisi! Ndubuisi, where are you?
I'm here, Uche. What is the matter? Did someone die? Mbano, someone came back to life. Princess Amaka is in this village. I saw her with my 2 korokoro eyes, accompanied by 6 maids and a guard. They are heading towards the palace, I think. My own Amaka is here in Umuaru? The gods of our land, Dalu. What are you thanking the gods for? You seem to always forget that this maiden is married. Why then did you run down to my farm, like one who is being chased by a masquerade, knowing she belongs to another? I know seeing her will make your day, that's why. You've been quite depressed these past days. Let's go before she reaches her destination. Sea runners. Are you chasing ghosts or did the gods send you on an errand? Drunkard, no time for your riddles. Whatever we do isn't your business. Uche, be mindful what you say. Demaduka, I greet you. We're only hurrying to go see Princess Amaka. Amaka is here in Umuaru? That's news sweeter than palm wine. You mean the wine you drink every morning before roosters wake? Sit this one out, old man. Royalty doesn't mix with riffraff. Uche, this man is older than you. Why do you derive pleasure in always insulting him? Show some respect. Respect is earned, not handed out like kolanut. If he wants respect, he should stop smelling like palm wine every hour.
Watch your mouth, boy. Even a drunk can bury a fool.
I refuse to be a part of this foolishness. Are you happy now, old drunk? Stay away from me or I'll be forced to hurt you. You're a jobless fool and also lucky I'm in a good mood because of the arrival of the princess. If not, I'd have shown you the stuff I'm made of. Are you running away? Ewu Hausa?
The stream was calm, flowing gently. Birds chirped in the trees above. Amaka stepped gently into the water. Her maids kept a respectful distance, forming a wall of wrappers. The guard stood far away, scanning the path. Uche hid behind a thick bush, crouching low. He had heard from a little birdie that the princess had been seen walking towards the stream. He went there with the hope of finding Ndubusi, but saw Amaka's guard standing on the stream path with a stern look. He quickly hid and watched what was happening at the stream, only to see the princess undressing. He had turned to leave, but turned back again.
See how her skin glows like river stones. This woman is not ordinary. She's certainly carved by the gods. Now I see Ndubuisi's obsession.
If I shout now, do you know what would happen to you? Dimaduka, please don't shout. I just... Onyebudege, you were peeping at a royal woman in sacred waters. That's not foolishness, that's suicide.
Please, I will do anything. I swear on my late mother's head. Please don't go to the king.
Good. You bring me fresh palm wine every morning. You address me with respect in public. Every morning, if you miss a day, I will march straight to the king with what I have just witnessed. You know what that means.
Fine. Deal. Good. Now disappear. And next time, keep your eyes to yourself.
Chai. Chim. Nkabo chassis. The gods molded this one with calm hands.
It was Amaka's second night in Umuaru. The sun had just set. She sat quietly with her mother, enjoying the evening breeze, when a maid came to inform her about the arrival of a messenger from Umuudo.
Let him in.
My lady, I bring word from Prince Ikena.
What message does he send?
He requests that you return home tomorrow morning. The Yam Festival begins and he wishes you by his side.
Tell him I shall return early, before the festivities begin. Thank you. I must inform father.
She walks swiftly to the inner chambers. The door guard announces her arrival. She enters after the king approves.
Father.
Yes, my daughter.
A messenger just arrived. My husband wants me home tomorrow for the Yam Festival.
As expected, you are now a daughter of Umuudo, a future queen.
Nkiru, leave us for a moment.
Yes, my king.
I wish you could stay longer. 2 nights are too short.
I wish so too, father, but duty calls.
Before you go, what meal does King Arinze enjoy? I want something prepared as a gift. My thanks for allowing you to visit.
He loves abacha and ugba. So does Ikenna. They'll both appreciate it if it comes from you.
Good. I'll ask the palace maid to prepare it early in the morning.
That will mean a lot to them.
Good night, my daughter.
Good night, father.
Shall I continue, my king?
No. Instead, go to the kitchen and bring me some ugba. Make sure it's fresh.
Ugba? At this hour? For what?
Woman, don't question me. Just do as I say.
Here it is, my king.
Leave me now.
But...
Go!
King Agbaze rises, carrying the bowl into his shrine. Inside the dimly lit shrine, lit by oil lamps and scented herbs, he places the bowl on a small altar and kneels. He begins to chant in a low voice, speaking incantations over the ugba. He whispers some words, completes the ritual, rises and exits the shrine. In the corridor, he calls out,
Obika!
My king, take this to the royal cook. Tell her to use it in preparing the finest abacha and ugba. It is to be delivered to King Arinze and his household tomorrow, before the festival begins. Yes, my king, it shall be done.
Early morning in Umuudo. Mist clung to the trees. Birds chopped faintly in the distance. Okemiri, the village priest, crouched near a bush, collecting sacred leaves near his shrine. Suddenly, a strong wind rushed through the trees, rustling the branches unnaturally. He froze, his eyes narrowing.
This wind, it carries a warning. Something dark approaches.
He slowly stood, clutching the leaves to his chest, and made his way back to the shrine. After preparing a mixture with the leaves and chanting softly, he lay back to rest and fell into a deep, trance-like sleep. Later that morning at the palace courtyard of Umuudo, the sun was higher now. Amaka arrived, dressed regally, flanked by her maids and a palace guard carrying a beautifully adorned calabash. She approached the palace steps where King Arinze and Queen Ojuigo were seated.
My king, my queen, I greet you both. May peace dwell in our home. Welcome, Amaka. You look well. How are your parents? They are in good health, my queen. They send their warm regards.
You are welcome, my daughter. Ikenna is not in the palace at the moment. He's on a brief royal assignment. But he will definitely return before the Yam festival begins.
I understand. My king, my father asked me to bring this calabash of royal cook for you and Prince Ikenna, since it is your favorite dish.
This is thoughtful. Ikenna will be pleased. It's his favorite. He'll likely be famished when he returns. Take it to your chamber and keep it for your husband.
Yes, my king. Take it inside, carefully.
In Ikenna's chamber, he was seated on the edge of their bamboo bed, covered with royal robes, with his wife beside him. He was eating from the calabash his wife had placed before him. She knelt beside him, gently rubbing his back.
This is wonderful, absolutely perfect. Tell me, how did King Agbaeze know this was my favorite?
He asked me. I told him. I wanted to make my husband happy.
You are truly a blessing, my love. May the gods reward your thoughtfulness.
And may they keep you strong, Okbum.
Even in small things, you honor me. Thank you, my dear.
It is my joy.
In Okemiri's shrine, a sudden, forceful wind rushed through, shaking the idols. Dust swirled around the shrine, but Okemiri remained in deep, motionless meditation. Down in the village square, the wind swept violently through the trees. Thatched roofs groaned under its force. Chickens scattered in every direction, while villagers stepped out of their huts, murmuring in confusion.
What is happening? The wind! It feels wrong. This is not an ordinary breeze. The spirits are unsettled. Another evil is near. What is that tyrant up to again?
3 days after the festival, Okemiri tossed and turned, locked in a fierce battle with a monstrous beast in his dream. With a sharp gasp, he jolted awake, sweat glistening on his brow. Disoriented but fully aware, he began to chant ancient incantations.
Gods of our land, Gosim, what is the meaning of this evil vision? Speak to me in the tongue of the fathers.
His eyes slowly turned toward the sacred clay pot in his shrine. As he peered into it, his face twisted in horror. He staggered backward, his eyes wide with shock.
It can never be.
Without wasting a moment, he grabbed his staff, stormed out of the shrine, and headed straight to the palace. At the palace, the king was in a meeting with his cabinet chiefs when Okemiri arrived, striking his staff aggressively against the palace ground.
Okemiri, why this sudden intrusion? My king, dark evil has been sown in this palace, and now it is ripe and about to strike.
The commotion drew the attention of the queen and Amaka from the kitchen, where they had been overseeing the maids.
Evil? What evil? How long has this dwelled in my house? Speak clearly.
The future of Umu Udo is in grave danger. It cannot be ruled by an animal.
Just then, before he could say more, a blur flashed across the room. In an instant, Okemiri's head was severed and fell to the floor. Standing where he had once stood was Prince Ikenna, his body morphing back into a half-beast form.
Who do you call an animal?